Oh, hallo Leute. Sind wir schon drauf? Wir haben ja kein Bild. Ja, schöner Salat. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten zur Gamescom 2020 Opening Nightlife Show. Gucken wir alle zusammen gerne. Ich mache mal hier Bild an. Läuft noch die Pre-Show. 1 Minute oder so. Warte mal, ich mache hier mal. Wo habe ich das? Hier unten. Da. World Premiere. Ach, guck mal hier. Ist da noch eine Weltpremiere? Für die Switch. Ach, hier. Mit den Dinos.
The ones before you did too. Because they believed that they were in control. And control, well, here's the thing. Humanity is desperate for it.
Aber der Druck ist da wahrscheinlich genauso wie,
But we never really possess it.
wie ist das andere, das Aufbauspiel?
See, life can be tenacious and stubborn.
Was, wie Sims, wie hieß denn das jetzt? Ich weiß es nicht, Leute. Mir fällt sich ein, ich hab's auch.
What makes us such unique creatures
Ihr wisst, was ich meine.
is knowing the power.
Ich gehe mal in den Discord, da können wir hier quasseln. Wir gucken nur mal kurz, ob ich hier den 80 habe, ja. So, habe ich. Dann gehe ich mal rüber in den Discord und gehe mal in den Stream Voice. Da, 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 da. Das ist da drin, Leute. Jetzt geht's los. Auf, wie geht's?
That's it. That's all we have for
That's
you.
it, sagt er.
Very pre-show. Please be excited for the actual opening night live, in which you'll see some Destiny 2. You'll see
Ich bin
Fall
gespannt.
Guys Season 2. You'll see Black Ops Cold War. That
Die
mysterious
Show geht
PlayStation
übrigens
5 demo.
2
Some things we've
Stunden.
probably never heard of before. I think it's going to be
Nicht
a
so
very
wie
good show.
die
I'm
letzten Shows, die wir
personally
gesehen haben, in
excited
10
about it.
Minuten, sondern
I should thank you actually for putting up with my nonsense for the last
12 mal
12 minutes.
10 Minuten.
Appreciated, but seriously, enjoy the show.
enjoy the show, Leute. Auf, wie geht's?
So what's the plan?
Fängt direkt an zu ruckeln. Sehr gut.
When we feel out of
Einwandfrei
place,
läuft.
disconnected and divided.
Scheiße.
Do we have what it takes
All right, I'm going in.
to be heroes?
What we're doing here could change things forever.
Tonight, we bring the world
Ich
together.
bin gespannt. Gibt doch ein paar Shadow Drops, hat er gesagt, eben noch. Kurz vorher.
And what we are.
Es gibt ja schöne Dinge, die wir direkt danach runterladen können.
The future of gaming. Welcome to Gamescom. Opening night
So.
live.
Hoffen wir mal, ich bleib hier nicht alleine.
Hello
Da ist er.
everyone, I'm Jeff Keighley and welcome to Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020. Now this year Gamescom is of course a little different than normal, and I hope all of you and your families are safe and healthy at home. In 2020, games have comforted and connected us more than ever. And with the launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X later this year, games are only going to get better. Well, all summer, I was hopeful we could get to this very moment, a big live showcase filled with more than 35 games to kick off Gamescom 2020. Tonight, you'll get a first look at Fall Guys Season 2
Fall Guys
and
Season
an
2.
extended gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5.
Aber da ist noch ein bisschen
Plus,
hin.
we might have a couple surprises along the way too.
Glaube ich.
But before we start,
30
I
Tage
want to
oder so?
acknowledge and thank all the game developers, marketers, and publishers who have worked under challenging circumstances to keep us entertained. This show is nothing without them or my production team, and doing a show at this scale safely is not easy, especially when all of you at home have some pretty insane expectations. I hope tonight reminds you why you love to play games. And with that, we're going to move on to our first game with a game that was just announced yesterday, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And joining me is Dan Vondrak from Raven to tell us about the game and give you an exclusive sneak peek. Dan, how you doing?
Good, Jeff.
Hey,
Thanks for having me here. This
let's get
has
up.
been a dream project for us to work on from nearly the beginning of development. We knew Black Ops Cold War was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1, and we loved the idea of returning to the pillars that built the Black Ops franchise: deniable operations, conspiracy grounded in history, and that shadowy world of paranoia. And we get to mix all those together, drop the player into the 1980s at the height of the Cold War, and it's really something that we know would feel relevant to today and also uniquely Black Ops.
Well, you start playing with Black Ops, everyone wants to know characters. We saw yesterday in the reveal trailers, some familiar faces. So, Woods, Mason, break it down. How does this fit into the Black Ops canon? You said it's a direct sequel, so are we going to see a lot of familiar faces?
Yeah, part of the fun in making this game was bringing back the iconic characters like Woods and Hudson and Mason and seeing how all those personalities mix with some of the new characters. So the campaign takes place in 1981, and we love that we've been able to have so many connections to the original Black Ops and really be that direct sequel to the game.
Now, one thing that I'm really excited about this is you're pushing the storytelling in kind of a new direction with some branches and some options about how you play through the campaign. Can you maybe walk us through your thinking there?
Yeah, one of the driving forces from early in development was to say, let's take this Black Ops thrill ride and infuse it with some player choice and some player freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a little more ownership over their experience. So that starts with allowing the player to create their own character for the Cold War campaign. They can name them and pick a military background and really pretend they are that Black Ops soldier that they want to be.
Man quatscht ja nicht so lange da. Call of Duty, Mensch.
Optional objectives, multiple paths, and some player choice moments inside some of those missions. And it was fun to find that balance between the hard driving Call of Duty action and these more non-linear experiences inside some of the missions. So with choice comes the player wanting to feel that impact. So some of those choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually shape the ending of the narrative of the campaign.
All right, so multiple endings to this game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That was one of the big things for us. It's like we love that Black Ops has always been willing to take risks, and we all know they did some of this in Black Ops 2. And with our story and with these features, we loved playing homage to those early Black Ops games.
Oh, yeah, I remember the numbers. All right. Well, Dan, we are excited to see more of it. I know multiplayer reveal is coming in September, but since you got a switch there, maybe you could flip the switch on something exclusive for us. Right? What are you going to see?
Was ist da los mit dem Stream?
Yeah, absolutely. This is really exciting because this will be the first time we've done this outside the walls of the development studio. This is a scene from earlier in the game, and it's a critical point that really shows the narrative of the world, shows this threat that our heroes are going to be battling. So let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Na dann zeig mal.
(1943). Detailed information from the Manhattan Project was stolen from Los Alamos by the Russian spy known as Perseus. 1968, the Vietnam War. Viet Cong soldiers orchestrated by Perseus attempted to steal an American-made nuclear bomb from a U.S. firebase. 5 days ago, while on a mission, we acquired intel that Perseus is in play again and planning an attack on the West. Perseus, the CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
Mr. Hudson, we're all aware of Perseus. We're also aware he's more myth than fact. I mean, personally, I think he's nothing more than the Russian boogeyman.
General Haig, allow me to introduce the man best suited to respond to that. CIA clandestine special officer Russell Adler. He's one of the few people who even come close to capturing Perseus.
Mr. Adler, why should we take this Perseus
Mit ihm passiert.
seriously?
You don't have to, sir.
Yeah, then a lot of innocent people are gonna die.
Why do you say that?
Sir.
Every time Perseus has come into play, it's shifted the balance of the Cold War. After 13 years of silence, if he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that will affect the free world.
Ach, jetzt seht ihr hier 20 Minuten Call of Duty oder was?
Mr. President. Sir. Mr. President.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell Adler.
I know their names. Who do you think approved their last mission?
Ja, das sieht ja schon ganz nett aus, aber das war ja klar.
Sir, we believe it is.
Dass das nicht scheiße aussieht, das war, glaube ich, allen klar.
We can, sir. I've already submitted the requisition for my team.
Sir, their requests are highly irregular. Most likely illegal if the press gets a hold.
What the hell are you talking about? You know who we are?
Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods, plausible deniability is the backbone of our work.
Al, we're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world. Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants. Gentlemen, you've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great evil. There is no higher duty. There is no higher honor.
Hi, Matti.
And while few people will know of your struggles, rest assured, the entire free world will benefit.
Grüß dich.
I know you won't fail us.
Tonight we have some new game
Freut
announcements
sich.
for you guys as well, including this one, a new next-gen narrative action-adventure game from Reflector Entertainment in Montreal. It's called Unknown 9. The game tells the story of Haruna, a woman raised on the streets of India and haunted by visions of her own death. Haruna struggles to understand her mysterious innate abilities to manipulate the unseen. Check out this first look.
Unknown Awakening. Link's Awakening. Ja. Kann man sich nichts drunter vorstellen, glaube ich, oder? Heißt Unknown Awakening. Was heißt die neuen da? Was war das jetzt für ein Bild dazu? Hat überhaupt ja nicht gepasst, fand ich. Also.
All right, let's get to the gameplay. One of this year's biggest games has been
Doom Eternal.
Tonight we've got an exclusive first look at the campaign expansion called The Ancient Gods Part 1. Check this out.
We have been allies for some time now.
Hey, Cat! Da ist ja mal jemand. Hallo? Grüß dich. Doom habe ich nicht gespielt. War mit so viel Baller. Nur ballern, ballern, sägen und ballern. Am 20.10. Ach, Standalone ist das?
2020 marks the 25th anniversary of a legendary game studio, BioWare. Tonight, Casey Hudson and the team wanted to give everyone around the world a little taste of what's next. Casey, over to you.
Hey Jeff, it's great to see you again. You know, 6 years ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for Dragon Age Inquisition. And since then, we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology to bring the world and characters of Dragon Age to life. We're still in early production, but we thought it was time to give you the very first look at how BioWare's passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
I've been at BioWare for a really long time, so I've got to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
We're very experimental here at BioWare, so we're always coming up with new stuff.
We're always
Zeig
trying to
her.
improve, innovate, and bring new characters to life for our players and fans to enjoy.
Hab ich gesehen, Cat. Hab ich doch gepostet. Den Link in den Krimskrams.
The world of Dragon Age really
Hi,
has
die
got
Gamey.
it all. It's got frontier stories, it's got mystery, it's got hard-boiled detective stories. And of course, it's all wrapped up in kind of a fantasy setting.
You really feel like you're the hero in the Dragon Age world.
Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 habe ich. Cat.
Dragon Age to me is a wonderful world
Mega.
to play in.
I am really excited about the future of Dragon Age. This is an original world, original flora, original wildlife, original architecture. That makes it fun to explore and discover.
Naja, BioWare muss ich erstmal
In the next Dragon Age, you get an
mal
opportunity
sehen.
to see new things, new places.
Die letzten Dinger waren ja nie so.
People who lived and grew up in these spaces as well.
For the game we're working on now, we
Hat er eine
want to tell
schicke
a story
Frisur,
what
wa?
happens when you don't have power.
Sonic.
What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address
Sonic.
the issues?
The things that you can
Sonic's
expect in
dead.
the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
Something that we'll be able to look forward to in Dragon Age is a really close relationship with game characters who really become real for you.
We want characters to either be loved or hated. One of the best examples of that is Solus. Half the community wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, and another part want to do both.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
BioWare and EA has been one of the forerunners in using motion magic technology, and that makes it way more realistic when you're looking at the characters and the way they walk and move and interact in the world.
Players want that suspension of disbelief that this wonderful collection of digital pixels is actually a living, breathing soul.
No, it's okay. That's the good kind of rumble.
I actually design bosses. I help with the creature design team as well. So I do all of like the big threats that you have to go up
Boah.
against.
Nobody dies
Spinner.
on my watch. For the Wardens!
Choice is a big part of what Dragon Age is as a franchise. The decisions you make can
Nee, war sie auch nicht, Cat. War ja nicht spannend diesmal.
Making can mean that a party member lives or a party member dies. And it means owning your outcome and reactivity
Da muss ich dir recht geben. Doll war nicht.
that you do make.
I just love the possibilities that Dragon Age offers us, and I'm excited to explore a lot more of them.
To me, that potential is what gets you up in the morning. It's a fantastic opportunity every time. Next up, it's time for something special.
Wow, was ist denn da los? Back to the Future. Da kommt der DeLorean. Ah, the dog.
I think there's been a serious miscalculation.
Wow, wait, you're, what's his name? Back to the Future.
I'm Emmett Brown, doctor of physics, not of medicine, and certainly not that quack from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, we know who you are, but what are you doing here?
I did come back from the future to this precise moment on August 27th, 2020, because it's imperative we launch Surgeon Simulator 2 right now.
Gefühlt sieht er noch genauso aus wie vor 20 Jahren, wo der Film rauskam.
During the mid-20th century, some friends of mine from Shire University invented a state-of-the-art medical training facility, otherwise known as the Surgeon Simulator Training Program. Now, 70 years later, we've digitized the experience. It's unbelievable. You can access the program through your computer and then be medically trained from the comfort of your keyboard. And it's available as of, great Scott, this very moment. Tonight, I want to world premiere a few examples of some of the incredibly successful test subjects who have already completed the course.
So you're saying a world premiere will save our future?
Only time will tell. And speaking of time, I'm off to another world premiere, Avengers 26, The Return of the Son of Thanos, opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race in your hands. Just make sure you play Surgeon Simulator 2. Now, doctor's orders.
Nein, zeig mal. Hat man nie gespielt, ich weiß nicht.
Where does this part go? Wait, there, we got it. He looks good as new.
Now grab the good arm and bring it in here. We're dying. He's dying.
Oh, no! That's not right. My finger slipped.
I think it's the right. It came out.
Jesus Christ! What about?
Oh, it's alive. He's flying. He's perfect. We saved him.
Doc Brown introducing Jacksepticeye playing Surgeon Simulator, only on opening night live. All right, well, if you thought that crossover was kind of crazy, wait until you get a load of this next game announcement that I don't think anyone probably saw coming. Check this out.
What is that? Sind nicht hier Dingens? Kennt man doch. Das ist doch hier. Wie fällt der Name nicht ein? Vielen Dank. Vielen Dank an die Dame mit dem Wasser. Die Wasserdame. Wie bitte? Bridge Constructor The Walking Dead? Musst du so bauen, dass die Zombies rüberkommen? Oder was? Oh, auf PlayStation 5. Bin gespannt, wie es aussieht. 4K, 190.000 frames.
Tonight is just the start of Gamescom 2020. Over the next 3 days, there are more streams from IGN and Webedia with in-depth looks at games, a digital cosplay contest, and some special new shows just for Gamescom. Your portal for all things Gamescom this year is Gamescom Now, which you can check out at gamescom.global. Now, one game you'll hear more about later on IGN's post-show is this one, a return of two classic characters that I love. Check this out.
In a world gone strange, one elite force stands against the darkness.
What is that?
But even they could use some help.
Here, slip on this little beauty for effect.
Ah, die kennen wir noch. Wie heißen die denn nochmal?
Sam, I'm blind. Oh, hello, miss.
Happy Giant?
The return of Sam and Max. Yes.
Sam and Max.
And now it's time to say
Genau,
hello
so war
to
das.
my wonderful co-host for ONL from IGN. Please say hello to Sydney Goodman.
Ach ne.
Thank you, Jeff. What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and I am thrilled to be here. Gamescom is always such a fun event, and throughout the show tonight, I'll be telling you about all the different ways that IGN is involved in this year's festivities. But first, I have an award to announce. The winner of Best Nintendo Switch Game is Little Nightmares 2.
What?
Huge congratulations. Like I said, IGN is going to be here for all of Gamescom with great shows such as the Gamescom Studio, where you can find me and my co-hosts for all day long games content, interviews, dev talks, and more. Plus, we have Gamescom Awesome Indies, the show with and for indie developers. That premieres Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m. Central European Time, so be sure to tune in for more announcements and special guests. And now, let's go back to Jeff for
Wann
our
am
next
Samstag?
big world premiere.
Wie gesagt, Samstag, 20 Uhr, habe ich das richtig verstanden?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sid. We are so excited to see what's in the Gamescom studio and also Awesome Indies. And I'm going to be on the Daily Show tomorrow, so looking forward to that. All right, well, on to our next game.
World of
In the
Warcraft.
next World of Warcraft expansion, players will journey beyond the mortal world of Azeroth to a place where no living soul has set foot before. The Shadowlands, the afterlife of an entire Warcraft universe. The infinite realms of the Shadowlands are watched over by different factions, known as covenants, each holding dominion over a different aspect of the afterlife. And depending on how someone lived their mortal life, they may end up as part of one of these covenants when they cross over into the Shadowlands. Today, we're excited to give you a closer look at the noble and pure Kyrian Covenant from the realm of Bastion, who are charged with carrying the souls of the dead into the beyond. So sit back and get ready for the world premiere of Bastion, the first in Blizzard Entertainment's new 4-part series of animated shorts called Afterlives. Enjoy.
Jetzt sag ich mal, WoW habe ich auch nie gespielt. Hatte ich immer Angst, weil es so lange geht und man da süchtig wird.
Light, save my soul.
Ah, ich hab's dann ja ohne Risch, dass das für die Konsolen kommt jetzt?
Uther.
Where am I?
Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be...
There is no evil here. The darkness was sealed within the maw long ago.
You're wrong. He destroyed my home, murdered my people and my king. He must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance.
What I desire is justice.
Devos, why are you training this soul? It is beneath your station as a paragon.
He cannot let go. He continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes.
Haben sich richtig Mühe hier mit dem Intro, nur Standbilder. Mit Kamerafahrt.
Any soul I have seen, I have
Und ein bisschen
begun to
Text.
wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Ah, so hatte ich das nicht durchzwichtern.
I would not let the Archon hear.
Fall ich hier vom Stuhl, Leute.
In time, he will forget.
So was es nicht.
Ways, the path. Devos, how long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade?
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student.
What?
He betrayed us all.
Show me.
What?
The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible.
Das könnt ihr euch dann in 4K und 144
He had purged his life. We never would have known of this
Frames anschauen. Standbilder. Richtig gut. Das geht 2 Stunden, ja. Die Nightlife geht 2 Stunden, Cat. Ja, ja. Ich hoffe ja, das wird noch ein bisschen spannender hier. Als hier so Standbildshow.
As you command, my Archon. Uther, the time of your ascension has come.
I thought I was not ready.
Do you wish to see him punished?
I do.
Then prepare yourself. The moment he falls, we will claim him.
Ach ja.
I see. Only darkness before me.
Now, cast him into the maw. Return him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering awaits.
He was my student.
Remember what he did and take your vengeance.
Not vengeance. Justice.
Kannst du die runterladen.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive look at Bastion. Now, we know many of you can't wait to experience Shadowlands, and our friends at Blizzard want you to know the wait is almost over.
Gibt's jetzt mal irgendwas, was man... Ach, jetzt sieht man was vom Spiel. Okay. In-game. Erst gibt's hier 15 Minuten Standbild. Ende Oktober.
October 27th, it is official. And we have so much more opening night live still to go for you. Ratchet & Clank, PlayStation 5.
Ja, dann zeig doch mal, was jetzt
Much
da.
more. Stay tuned. All right. But now it's time for the announcement of a new universe that is coming to gaming for the first time with a project from a Canadian studio. Check this out.
Check this out und ruckelt. Scheiße.
Have returned.
Nein!
Corrupted. Divided. Conquered. Until finally.
Jo. Jetzt haben wir Stammbild. Wäre ein gutes Bild, das wäre ein schönes Spiel, aber wir sehen nichts davon. Leute, ich kann nichts dafür, das ist der Stream. Nein! Boah, was ist da los? Kann man eigentlich auch zocken? Was willst du denn zocken? Ja, davon haben wir jetzt nicht viel gesehen, leider, da steht die Ruckel. Crash Bandicoot. Na, das ist vielleicht ganz witzig, wenn man jetzt hier mal was sehen würde.
Crash, of course. Let's bring him out, everybody. Crash Bandicoot.
Ich sehe nichts. Da steht er. Mann, ich sehe nichts. Nein. Warte mal. Was schreiben die denn hier? Ich lade mal neu. Bringt nichts.
To tell us more about what we just saw, I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob.
Oh mein Gott.
What there?
Wisst ihr was, wenn wir hier kurz stoppen? Wartet mal. Ich suche mal einen anderen Link raus.
Around Cologne, but what he was
play in Crash 4 narrative.
Yeah, so back in time to the 90s when Neo Cortex was actually testing on Crash and Coco before the events of Crash Bandicoot 1. And they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've made, and they're really hard and they're really awesome and they're super. We can't wait to get people's hands on them.
Yeah, no, I got to play a demo of this a few weeks ago, and that was a challenge. So I can't imagine
Hoffentlich bleibt es so.
how nefarious these are. How are they going to be integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
Sure. So players actually have to collect the flashback tapes in the levels themselves. They're an object to pick up, and to actually pick them up, they have to reach them in the level without dying. It's kind of our homage to the death routes from the original trilogy. So players have to reach these objects in the level, pick them up, and then once they get them, they'll get access to these unique levels.
So beyond the pure challenge, what other fun? How are these fun for players to kind of experience, and what do they get to do in them?
Sure. So one of the things that we did was we actually used these as, like I said, puzzle rooms. Really kind of fun, nefarious, devious ways for Crash to really express.
Aber was ist denn New Tyrese? Nee, Crash geht eigentlich. Würde ich schon mal ausprobieren.
It was really cool to layer in kind of a unique
Jump'n'Run war.
to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the prospect of Crash being on his team, because Crash was originally created by Cortex, and so this is
Aber Knaller ist natürlich nicht.
that's never really been explored in things before.
Awesome. All right. Well, Crash 4, it's about time. Looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October.
Kann ich da was haben, bitte? Oh ja.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will be
Vielen Dank.
right back after this for more Gamescom Opening Night Live.
Entschuldigung.
I have become terror.
Oh shit.
The unseen predator. A rupture that obliterates without warning.
Was ist das? Vor allem sieht man immer nur hier so Trailer. Kein Ingame so richtig.
But together, this entire planet will fear us. The anomaly alters us, each in our own ways, yet we are drawn down the same road into the dark heart of creation. 'Cause I feel the way you feel. Yeah, I kill the way you kill. We will find the source, whatever it holds, whatever it takes.
Outriders. Mhm. Was ist das? Red Bull Werbung hier. Was soll das?
Enter a contender. Yes, leave as a champion. This is it.
Das ist doch was für dich hier, oder, Tyrese? Bitte. Da hast du Basa. Das würde ich ohne zocken. Kostet aber 60 Euro. Das ist mir zu teuer. 30 Euro hätte ich gesagt. Gut, okay. Aber nie für 60 Euro, Leute. Aber das habe ich damals als kleiner People geguckt. Captain Tsubasa, Junge. Kommt morgen raus.
Welcome to Necromunda. I can see you're new here. Let me get you up to speed. The Underhive's named well. A sprawl of humanity suffering away like ants. Deep underground where we ain't causing trouble but are rich boys and girls, no matter how loud we are. And do we ever make some noise? Every Orlok says they could shoot the tail off a lashworm.
What? Isn't it Sub-Zero?
From 20 paces for saying they couldn't. I don't want to say immortal, but when their armor, blood, skin, and will are of iron, it's a potent combo. Why
Vielen Dank.
would someone like you want to know about an all-female gang of psychopaths, drug dealers, killers, cloners, and... Oh, makes sense. And Escher will cut you up just for the fun of it. Goliaths are big.
Wie haben wir denn jetzt schon geguckt? 3/4 Stunde. Naja.
Anything smaller than them doesn't deserve to live. And they're just as happy filling you with lead as they are smashing you to pieces with a power maul. Now, mixing that whole pot together in a place like this, you can imagine what happens.
Na, das ist aber nicht nett hier gewesen. Eben der Finger.
For wealth, for power, hell, sometimes just for fun. So, think you're ready? Necromunda Underhive Wars comes to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on September 8th.
O futuro dos jogos, além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e realistas, eu acho que também se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e sendo usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future of gaming to be quite bright and quite online.
The next generation of console will clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games, I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do with the medium.
Pro futuro dos games, eu vejo uma evolução, obviamente, gráfica, mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira com a qual a gente interage com os games, tudo em busca de experiências mais imersivas.
Future of Gaming. Dann zeig doch mal was.
You know, one of the things I love about opening night is that we can show you the biggest games in the industry and also smaller titles that should be on your radar. So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of 2 in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years, developer Dennis Gustafsson has built his own game engine to realize his vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight. I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch. Teardown.
Das ist doch Blast Corps. Und haben 2 Leute gemacht? Ah ja. Und was ist da das Ziel? Einfach nur kaputt machen? Ah, so. Und weg. Naja. Vielleicht mal ganz nett. Aber nur 2 Leute, wa?
Last year at Opening Night Live, we announced Little Nightmares 2 to the world. Well, the team at Tarsier Studios hasn't shown anything since, but that changes right now.
Wusste ich gar nicht. Haben wir das gesehen?
First look at the gameplay.
Little Nightmares 2?
Little Nightmares 2, which is coming next February, with more to
Nächsten
come throughout
Februar.
the week at Gamescom, including a live demo on Gamescom Studio tomorrow.
Den ersten Teil habe ich ja gespielt, aber nicht durch.
Alright, thank you.
Vielleicht sollte ich das mal weiterspielen. Kann man das Koop spielen oder muss man den beschützen? Oder sie halt. Oh. Hallo. Schon ein bisschen creepy. Oh, böse Hand. Oh, guck mal hier, der Kopflose. Oh, die Lehrerin war böse eben. Jetzt wird ja aber gelernt. Autschen. Das ist das erste, wo ich sage, ja, will ich zocken. Außer hier neben Crash noch. Mal, kommt auf die Switch. Later in 21, also ist noch ein bisschen hin. Was denn hier, Leute? Wer der denn hier? Ach so, die sind neue, die...
Arcade-style video game is over-the-top outrageous, with over 70 WWE superstars and legends brawling it out.
Weil sie das letzte WWE-Game so wie sagt man? Verkackt? Kann man nicht so sagen? Verkackt haben, bringen sie jetzt sowas.
So I can't wait to see these WWE legends teach these kids a thing or two. And you know what? Here's a closer look at the insane action. It's a great evening for WWE action. Oh wow, take that, Moro.
Ich weiß ja nicht, wann ich das letzte Mal ein Wrestling-Spiel gespielt habe. N64.
Hit the snooze button. How do you lose like that? What's the matter with you legends? This is just an example of the pandemonium that you're gonna experience.
Hey, Basti.
Head to the battlegrounds.
Grüß dich.
Toy hammer. Oh, I can't believe my eyes. Seth Rollins delivers the stomp. What a night. What a night. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Pre-order WWE 2K Battlegrounds today and brawl without limits. I know that's your line.
Hello again. I have even more awards to announce, so let's get right down to it. The winner of Best Action Adventure Game is Watch Dogs Legion.
The city needs a resistance, and it starts with you. What do you say?
Also das reizt mich oh ja nicht so. Das wird ganz cool, glaube ich. Da habe ich Bock drauf. Schön in VR. Schön Star Wars. Das wird, glaube ich, ganz fetzig. Kannst ja komplett in VR spielen, auf PlayStation oder PC.
The winner of Best Indie Game is Curious Expedition 2.
Did not believe what I had witnessed. It was time for the world to learn my name.
Congratulations to all the winners! As I mentioned, IGN will be here for all of Gamescom with great shows and new ways for you to get all your gaming news. Check it out.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart of gaming, and you can keep to the beat right here on IGN. We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up-to-the-second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late-night talk show, our Gamescom Awesome Indie Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming, and finally the Gamescom Best of Show, including the Gamescom Award. Gamescom 2020 is available on IGN and wherever you stream Gamescom Now.
Ah ja.
And now it is time to talk about that Best Action Game winner, Star Wars Squadrons.
Oh, jetzt kommt Star Wars.
This is a new immersive space combat
Jetzt
game
aufwachen.
from Motive Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pilot fantasy. We've missed those. In Squadrons, you'll suit up and fly for both the New Republic and the Galactic Empire across intense 5v5 multiplayer battles, as well as an all-new, authentic single-player story set after the events of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Today, we'll get a glimpse at what Squadron's story has to offer by taking a brief look at one of the single-player missions featuring some light narration by the Motive team. Let's check.
We all choose our path, light
or dark.
Leia.
Freedom or destruction. The Empire chose to destroy Alderaan in order to spread fear and douse the fires of rebellion. But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting, to show the Empire that we are not afraid. It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's reign and brought about our new republic. However, the Empire lives on, shattered though it may be. As I speak, Imperial forces are edging toward the Bormia sector, hoping to end our new republic before we find our footing. As their empire collapses, they try to tighten their grip. But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end. Make a choice. Fly with the new republic. Change our galaxy for the better.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Hunka, narrative producer on
Squadrons.
Star Wars Squadrons. Our single-player story is one of daring pilots and deep-seated rivalries.
Take Titan Squadron. Hunt down this Starhawk and eliminate it.
Gladly, Admiral Sloan. Over the course of the story, you'll fly as two pilots on opposite sides of the war. And, like all modes in Star Wars Squadrons, you'll have the option to experience every mission fully immersed in VR.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through.
Today, we're giving you a glimpse of an early Imperial mission behind enemy lines.
One of our spies, Agent Thorne, has discovered vital intelligence on Project Starhawk. Your mission is to extract her from the orbital outpost above Hosnian Prime. Behind enemy lines, you'll have to eliminate perimeter defenses. The outpost is defenseless. When you've secured the area,
Boah, das ist in VR bestimmt 20 Mal geiler.
and our extraction team will acquire Agent Thorne. Once Thorne is secure, reach your
Als in
Gozanti
Flat.
forces and return to the Overseer.
Cover our escape and escort us to the jump point.
Denke ich mal.
We have Republic corvettes inbound. Move, Titan.
Ladies, change course and keep Agent Thorne safe. Titan 3, take out those fighters.
Understood. I'll handle it.
You have my thanks, Titan Squadron.
No time to celebrate. Move on.
Go, go, go!
Each mission will immerse you into the escalating conflict between the New Republic and a shattered empire. Debrief with your squad mates between missions.
You're our new wingmate.
Customize and master all 8 starfighters and join the galaxy's finest.
I need you focused and ready to go.
From bombing runs at the Nadiri dockyards to setting a trap in the Xavian abyss. The story of these rival squadrons will push the war to the brink and define the galaxy for years to come. I look forward to seeing you in combat October 2nd.
»10. Oktober. Ich bin dabei.
That is not all EA has to share from a galaxy far, far away
Warte mal,
today. At
der
Star
Ton
Wars
ist irgendwie...
Galaxy Edge, you can enter the world of Batuu, where you can
Laden wir
visit
nochmal
Boga's
neu.
Cantina or jump into the Millennium Falcon on a run to Smuggler's Cove. It was this incredible adventure at Disneyland.
Nee. So. Was, die Sims? Was ist los? Achso, wir hatten ja kurz Pause gemacht, wa? Egal. Die Sims Star Wars Add-on? Das ist ja witzig, oder? Die Sims, das läuft auch schon ewig, oder? Das wird immer noch gezockt. Wann kam das erste Sims raus? 95? 96? Ich habe keine Ahnung. Lange ist her. Gefühlt ist das so lange her. Wahrscheinlich ist es aber länger her. Weniger so lang. 2000 wahrscheinlich. Kannst du dir schön so eine Alien-Bar. Journey to Batu. 8.9. Wann ist das? In 2 Wochen oder so, wa? Nee, 3. 2, 3 Wochen. 2. Egal.
There is
8.9.
even more Star Wars to come later in the show. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga is up, and as we move into our second hour, we've got Fall Guys Season 2 still to come, the reveal of that, which I can't wait for you guys to see.
Ist immer noch versetzt.
And of course, a gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. But right now, you might remember this next game from Annapurna Interactive from last year's Microsoft E3 event. And today, I'm excited to share a new announcement from the team. This interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop is one of this year's most intriguing indie titles, and now they've added an absolutely all-star cast to the game. Here's a whole new look at 12 minutes.
All right, close your eyes. I want you to think of a flower. Look at its colors, its colors. Now I want you to imagine it changing, moving backward, returning to its bud. Think of that bud, unopened. Look at it as a whole, then silently repeat these phrases. May you be free from suffering. May you be free from fear. May you know peace and joy.
"12 minutes. Sieht ja ganz interessant aus. Fand ich.
That's going to be a really special indie game. So glad to announce that here on the show.
Jetzt ist wieder okay der Ton.
We announced Godfall, a new
Godfall haben wir schon gesehen beim letzten Mal.
Tonight we've got a quick sneak peek of one of the new Valor
PlayStation
more
Event.
footage coming as part of Gamescom 2020. Check this out.
Ich fand das eigentlich ganz okay, hat mich ein bisschen an God of War erinnert, so tatsächlich. Was ist das für eine Fliege? Bzzzt. Oder so. Libelle. Das war's jetzt?
We have much more O&L to come. Exclusive looks at Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, Fall Guys Season 2. Wait until you see what the Mediatonic guys are up to, and so much more. But first, I'm sure you saw that earlier this week, Heart of Deimos, Warframe's newest expansion, was released on PC, Xbox, and PS4. And today, it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look at the Heart of Deimos.
Warframe. Gibt's auch schon lange, wa? Habe ich immer versucht anzufangen, aber war mir zu viel.
But that was what it wanted too. It raged unchecked through metal, bone, flesh. Life. We are infested with it.
What? Visitors?
Now, the gateway is failing. The jaws close. The final heartbeat approaches.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
But before we fall, we shall scream. There is one who will hear the heart of Deimos.
Das ist doch schön, dass sie das immer noch so unterstützen. Why gaming is more important.
People
Achso.
have been discovering or rediscovering video games during lockdown, whether it be older people or bored teenagers or middle-aged parents who suddenly find they have to do something together with their kids. And I think I've given out more advice about video games in 2020 than any other time ever. And as a result, it's more important than ever that we keep making different, interesting things for folk to play.
A pandemia pela qual a gente está passando tem sido um período difícil a todos. Então, nesse momento, eu acho que a gente precisa lembrar de mostrar mais empatia, demonstrar mais amor, mais carinho e saber que a gente vai sair dessa juntos. Vai ser difícil, mas isso tudo vai passar.
I hope everybody gets healthy and safely through this coronavirus time. Care about other people and wear your masks.
Jogos são, na minha opinião pessoal, a forma de arte mais incrível de se expressar. Eles englobam tudo: música, arte, escrita, e você tem a chance de controlar e vivenciar essas experiências você mesmo. É mágico, é maravilhoso. Jogos são por amor.
Gaming is cool. Modus. In-engine footage. Der denn da ein Riesenlolli? Lolli. Oder eine Bratpfanne. Oder der Fischkopf. What is it? Sprinklies. Oder Sprinkles. Guck mal, er hat so Bubbles oben drin. Bälle. Kaugummis, was auch immer. Kaugummiautomat. Supercharged Mac Leak. Das ist der Kaugummi-Roboter. Override 2. Ach, das gibt's schon? Kenn ich nicht. Kennt man das? Nie was von ihr hört. Welche Crossover? Ah. Ach so, Crossover. Alles klar.
All right, guys, we're back officially into hour 2. We've got an hour more of great stuff to show you. Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Stasis, you're going to see a brand new look at that. Fall
Destiny kommt auch noch.
Season 2 and Ratchet & Clank for PlayStation 5 and so much more across the next hour. Opening Night Live
Ja, eine Stunde jetzt noch.
just is the start of Gamescom 2020.
Knapp.
But right now, on September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition launches, a comprehensive, built-from-the-ground-up remake of the original Mafia. Tonight, we've got the exclusive debut of the next trailer called A Life of Reward Too Big to Ignore, which deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime.
Gab's denn schon den versprochenen Shadow Drop? Nö.
All these guys in this room, they're here because they have the only thing that matters to me. The only thing that should matter to any of us.
Das sieht ja auch gut
You know
aus.
what that is, Tommy?
They're loyal.
That's right.
Das sieht gut aus, oder?
One day you're busting your back doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat. And the next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's dirty money.
Go get him, Tommy!
Teach these boys a lesson. Break every bone in their bodies.
You want me to become one of those Wall Street boys?
Don't sass me, Tommy. I'm trying to teach you the ropes, so you don't get strangled by them.
Now you stay straight with me, you're gonna be living the high life, Tom. You abuse my trust.
Don Salieri.
You won't ever need to worry about me.
Oh.
Okay then. Welcome to the family.
Mafia. PS4, Xbox One, Steam. Pre-order now. Ah ja.
Next, we're going to introduce you to a turn-based multiplayer strategy FPS from a team in Montreal, Canada. Lemnis Gate is coming in early 2021 and has a unique mechanic built around a 25-second time loop. Check this out.
Hä? Ich bin verwirrt. Was ist da los gewesen?
Next spring, get ready to experience memorable
Frühling,
moments
Leute.
and non-stop action from all 9 Star Wars
Lego
films
Star Wars
and Lego
Skywalker
Star Wars,
Saga.
The Skywalker Saga. The entire series has been reimagined with new fun-filled Lego humor, and now we've got your first look at the gameplay trailer.
Das würde ich auch noch zocken. Lego-Spiele sind okay und Star Wars sowieso.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
The Force is unusually strong with him. That much is clear.
Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
That boy is our last hope.
Hmm.
No. There is another.
I'm from the Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me. We need your help.
Ah, super. Ja, das zock ich. Leute, das spiele ich. Im Frühling.
The Force will be with you always.
Punch it.
Not him.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.
An seine Plastikblitze. Ne, das werde ich mir holen. Auf Switch, ich weiß nicht. Wenn wohl doch eher auf den neuen Konsolen.
Man, Lego Star Wars looks so fun coming to next
Oh, yeah.
gen as well. All right, we'll be right back with more world premieres from huge new games like Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond, and Destiny
Stimmt,
2.
Medal of Honor.
Before that, here's a look at a game that is launching
Da gibt's
tonight
ja auch noch
on
was.
Nintendo Switch and Steam. It's called Struggling from Frontier, a fun physics-based platformer where up to 2 players control Troy, our fleshy hero. Check this out, and remember, you can play this tonight.
Oh, das können wir heute spielen. Dann beginnen wir mal. Ein bisschen eklig aus. Das gibt's aber schon auf Steam. So weg, wa? Hat er gesagt. Ein Einhorn. Single and Co-op. Online-Koop oder nur Couch-Koop? Macht er. Xbox. What is that? Mir fällt sich ein, Age of Empires, wa? Kommt jetzt für Xbox? Oder ihr habt es schon vor... Ich habe keine Ahnung. Also remastered? Age of Empires. Auch für die Xbox oder nur für den PC? Und stand nur Steam und PC, oder?
We're near Little Hope.
Did you hear that? What more proof is needed that the devil walks among us in Little Hope?
Fängt ihr wieder an zu ruckeln? Aufhören. Was ist denn Oktober?
I gotta say, the game that I've given the most hours to, that I love going back to, is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have to say, since Origins came out, this new reboot of Assassin's Creed, so to speak, that was my first time getting into it, and I have put almost 400 hours into Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
At the moment, I enjoy to play Fall Guys with my friends. It's very
400 Stunden?
easy to learn, but hard to master.
I have a few games that I binge play, games that I return to every year. Halo, the entire Master Chief Collection, is really a big one for me where that's concerned. But I also still just casually binge Animal Crossing, and I've been doing that basically all year.
I haven't put down Animal Crossing since I downloaded it. I find the daily repetitive rhythm so soothing and predictable. Although much like my house, my island is still a complete tip.
Up next, we have the award for Best Microsoft Xbox Game. And the winner is Tell Me Why. Congratulations to Don't Not Entertainment. Well, after a big day of Gamescom events and announcements, you'll be happy to know that IGN is going to help you digest all that info with Gamescom Daily Show. where you can get all the daily highlights and a late night show experience from gamers for gamers. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Sid. And by the way, congratulations to Don't Nod for Tell Me Why, a really important game that is out now that you can play on Xbox and Game Pass. And as we know, there's a lot going on in the world, and that goes beyond the pandemic. Between social conflicts we're seeing in the news and acts of nature, we can see how vulnerable we as people can sometimes be. And now I think it's as important time as ever to remember to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching tonight, and I know we're all here because we love games and we know that games are good in the world and can bring us together, and I think we've all felt that in 2020. So I think that's really important to remember amongst all the games and trailers. All right, well, one way as a community we can come together to do some good is the Gamescom Forest. Gamescom has launched a reforestation project by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community. Gamers worldwide can go to gamescom.global and donate to plant more trees. So let's plant a forest together. All right, well, now we're going to move on to another game, and this one was announced back in May. Chorus is a dark space combat shooter where players take control of Nara on a quest to destroy the dark cult that created her, featuring rich, ray-traced 4K 60 FPS environments on next-gen hardware. Here is the first look at gameplay from Chorus.
You have broken my heart.
4K 60 FPS.
You will be broken.
Könnte auch Star Wars sein jetzt. Fühlt genauso aus. Oder? Naja. Kommt doch auf Stadia. Stadia ist, glaube ich, tot nächstes Jahr, oder? Ich denke schon. Jetzt kommt von die Fall Guys.
How many crowns have you won? If one game has defined the summer of 2020, it absolutely is Fall Guys from Mediatonic in London and Devolver. This game is setting records and putting a much-needed smile on everyone's face. Fall Guys, I think, represents our industry at its absolute best. Well, soon the Fall Guys experience will evolve with Season 2. There's a lot of new stuff coming, and tonight, Mediatonic is about to give you an exclusive sneak peek at what's next. Get ready, I think the internet is about to freak out. Here it is, Fall Guys Season 2.
Da bin ich ja mal gespannt, ob wir jetzt ausflippen. Hat er extra angesagt. Wir flippen jetzt aus. Die Internet.
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm the lead game designer on Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. And I just want to reach out and say thank you to everyone who's been playing and enjoying the game so far. As a team, we've been looking at all the fan arts, the memes, and the montages that people have been posting online, and the response to the game has really blown us away. Today, we just wanted to give everyone their first sneak peek at the rounds and the costumes that they can be enjoying as part of Fall Guys Season 2.
Season 2.
In Season 2, you'll be dressing your Fall Guy as a medieval hero and competing across brand new rounds inspired by epic quests from the
Das ist ja wohl wichtigste da neue Level.
Dodge swinging axes and scale movable siege ramps in the quest for ultimate game show glory.
Mindestens doppelt so viele müssen kommen. Na, Kostüme war ja klar. Level eigentlich auch, aber wie viele ist die Frage, wa? Ach, Kima, da muss man sich die noch ranschieben. Cool.
enjoyed the sneak peek of Fall Guys Season 2. We're still adding the finishing touches to development, but if you want to stay up to date, then @FallGuysGame on Twitter is where you want to be. See you on the start line.
Wow, ist er total ausgeflippt, Mensch. Richtig krass.
My father has Colorado in the palm of his hand, and he's afraid to close his fist. I am not.
His truth is marching on.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together.
Oi.
She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. She's already tried once.
Vic's a depraved child, and Val's a brain without a spine. The years my father wasted grooming them for glory when I was right there. To Arizona, Rangers.
Halbe Stunde noch.
This happened. Stay and you die alone.
Wasteland 3. Nicht so meins.
I really haven't found any new appreciation for gaming at this time because my appreciation for gaming before couldn't be higher.
Com certeza, jogos multiplayer preenchem completamente a conexão social que eu preciso ter com outras pessoas nesses tempos de isolamento. E é o mais próximo que a gente pode ter de experiências reais com pessoas que estão longe da gente.
You get to travel all over the world in games, which is something I've always taken for granted. At the moment I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and you know, I kind of prefer it to the real Japan just because I've heard that in real life they don't let you run around with katanas.
I appreciate games a lot more than films, music or whatever, and it's just fine for me to have the time to play with friends or even with my family, to have a lot of fun.
I've been mostly at home with small children, and gaming is the only thing that I get to do for myself anymore. I find it's not only an escape, it's also a way to challenge my brain.
Gaming is becoming clearly more important for a lot of people. You know, play is a natural instinct. And
Schön den Ur-Gameboy.
To the Last of Us Part 2 or Ori,
Kommt auch ein neues Spiel raus für den alten Gameboy.
it's definitely an incredible time
Hab ich gesehen.
now to be a gamer, yes.
Aber wie das heißt, keine Ahnung.
Hey everyone, I'm Vince Sampella, head of Respawn Entertainment. When we set out to create Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, we knew we wanted to bring the series back to its roots. The Medal of Honor franchise is known for its powerful and exciting single-player stories that put the
Da
player
gibt's
in
da auch
the
ein
position of a soldier who was there.
VR-Teil,
It's a
oder?
series that is
Oder
grounded
ist
in
das das
history, which tells emotionally authentic stories.
von den Medal of
Hirschman, who
Honor?
directed the original Medal of Honor in 1999, is back at the helm of this project. You'll hear more from him in just a bit. Peter and I actually worked together on Medal of Honor Allied Assault in 2002, and I'm really happy he's joined us at Respawn to craft a completely new experience in VR. The team is creating a riveting and emotional journey through World War II like you've never seen or played. It weaves in the personal stories of the veterans and survivors of the war through powerful interviews that help set the stage for what players will experience. It's more than just a game. And we could not be more excited to show the world the next look at Medal of Honor Above and Beyond and the game's action-packed story. Let's take a look.
Nur für erwachsene Leute.
I know this is the first time some of you will see combat. I know you're scared. Let me be clear with all of you.
Warum stehen denn da bloß 3 Leute drin?
I'm
Gefühlt.
scared too.
Ah, VR.
Welcome to France, gentlemen. I lead the local resistance cell. Something big is happening inside Gestapo headquarters, and we don't know what it is.
We're gonna have to improvise here.
members of the resistance are perhaps the bravest people fighting in this war. But you really should stop. There is no future.
Post für dich.
Sorry to interrupt, Lieutenant.
Oh, kommt dieses Jahr noch.
Be a wild ride.
Zu Weihnachten.
We'll get you there.
Jet fighters, brace yourselves.
Like I said, boom.
There are things as people I'm willing to sacrifice myself for.
Da hab ich Bock drauf.
Somehow this motley crew has been tasked with saving civilization.
Schön in VR. Für die Quest auch? What? Oder? Ist da irgendwo? Nee.
Thank you so much, Vince. That looks incredible. And now we're here with Respawn Entertainment's Peter Hirschman, game director on Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, to talk more about their new VR experience. Peter, I gotta say, the trailer really grabbed me. Such an incredible story that you're telling to. Tell us a bit about this single-player experience. What can we expect?
Well, Jeff, thank you for having us on the show. I'm representing a whole team back at Respawn that's been working really hard on this, and it's so exciting to premiere the trailer with you. Metal going back to its roots was
Die
always
Oberlippe ist schon eingewachsen im
a
Bart.
player in the boots of a soldier fighting in World War II. And with VR, we're able to do that in almost a literal way. It's definitely the most immersive experience, most immersive combat experience I've ever been able to work on. And the story follows you as a player being recruited into the Office of Strategic Services, commonly known as the OSS. And their mission was sabotage, espionage, search and rescue, everything in between. You name it, they did it. And they're known by a different set of initials now, the CIA. But during World War II, they sent operatives all over Europe, deep behind enemy lines. And that allows us to tell a story where you get to go to these places and locations and participate in events that really helped shape the outcome of the war.
One of the things I love about the trailer is you can tell there's a lot of interactivity in the environment, emergent gameplay. You got the piano and other things in there. Tell us a bit about how you're using that to tell the story. It seems like it's all kind of through a first-person perspective, but there are some story sequences. How do you tell the story?
Oh, well, we shot over 120 pages of narrative, which is more than some feature films. We had a huge international cast of phenomenal actors. And it was fantastic. And the story follows a classic three-act structure. Act one is working with the French resistance, getting ready for the invasion. Act two is D-Day itself and the fight to get to Berlin. And then the third act is dealing with the Nazi secret weapon program, which involved things like the 262 jet and the V2 rocket and things that could have really turned the tide of the war if we hadn't stopped them. So you get to go on this journey, this story. And the story is shot all from your perspective. Because it's VR, your head is the camera. We don't have cutscenes, we don't have edits. Everything revolves around your perspective. So you experience this story completely in first person as if you are there. So it creates a much more intimate and emotional connection with the characters and the things going on around you. It was an incredible way to shoot. One of our animators stood in for the player throughout the 3 weeks that we were on stage. And all the actors are always reacting and talking to you directly. And in VR, it's such a powerful thing. It's all about building that emotional connection, and it just makes the experience all the more authentic.
Well, you and Vince, I know this series is really close to your heart, and I'm like, wow, there's so much there to experience. It looks really rich and detailed, obviously authentic as well. Paying tribute to everyone that was involved in the war. I wanted to ask you also about multiplayer, which is something that Respawn is really known for, and you've had a great single player experience. But I hear you might also be doing MP too.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the thing about VR is that, I've spent we've known each other a long time. So much of your career trying to map natural human movements to a controller, and just figuring out things like making it feel good. And one of the hardest ones is leaning. And in VR, you know how you duck? You just duck. And how you lean in VR, you just lean. And so the ability to lean around a corner, just kind of peek around the corner and see where the bad guy is just, it heightens the tension so much. It makes it feel all the more real. And when you put that into a multiplayer experience, it just raises it to a whole nother level. So we are shipping, in addition to the campaign, we are shipping a full suite of VR modes, including a few that you can only do in VR. And we're really excited about people playing those, after it comes out.
Wow, well, definitely a full-blown VR experience. I gotta say, I'm really excited to put the headset on and try this, and it's coming out later this year, right?
Coming out holiday. So,
Auf jeden Fall.
Yeah, fasten your seatbelts.
Ich freue mich auch schon drauf.
We are so excited to bring it to players. We've been working on it a long time. Like you mentioned, it's a passion project for Vince and I and everyone at Respawn. It's a wonderful full circle experience for a lot of us that started our careers working on those original set, going back first one and Allied Assault, and now to be able to bring Above and Beyond to a whole new generation is one of the most exciting things we've been involved with.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peter. Opening Night Live will be right back. And in the meantime, here's a look at a new game that is launching tonight.
Tonight. Oh, was Schönes. Bitte, was Schönes. Bitte, 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 bitte. Ich drück ganz doll die Daumen. Bitte, bitte, bitte.
By the magic the vow keepers said they would protect us from.
Hier, so doll drück ich.
Still rage across the ruins of the Hollow Lands. This is proof, they said. It isn't safe. It can't be controlled. Magic cannot be used. But I am a battle mage. I have broken my vow. And now I fight to break free.
Ah, ist in-game. Aber ich wollte doch was Schönes. Aber die Grafik gefällt mir ganz gut irgendwie. Spellbreak. Launching September. Ich denke ab heute. Wenn ich gesagt Tonight eben? Er hat doch eben gesagt Tonight. Oder habe ich da was falsch verstanden? Game Pass. The Flight Simulator, der ist ganz cool. Ja, der Game Pass, der ist schon ganz nice. Jetzt nicht ruckeln. Ach so. Game Pass, the best in gaming. Ja. Ach, jetzt ist der Game Pass.
So many great games in Xbox Game Pass.
Gold ist inklusive. Nicht mehr Ultimate Pass. Verstehe ich jetzt nicht. Zurzeit gibt es ja den Ultimate Pass. Der kostet aber, glaube ich, 14 € im Monat. Und nur der Game Pass kostet ja, glaube ich, einen 10er. Normaler, also ist ja denn ist im Angebot für 1 €.
アミガのサウンドそのものも素晴らしいと思いましたね。日本じゃ本当に聞いたことがなかった音楽でした。
Factor 5 was so far ahead of the curve, and each of their games pushed game technology as far as possible. I'd say they're one of the greatest indie developers of all time.
サウンドはすごいわ、グラフィックは綺麗だわ、ゲームプレイも滑らかで満足いくものだわで、本当にすごかった。今回タリカンのコレクションが出るってことをとても嬉しく思っているし、これはまた当時みたいにみんなに見せて歩きたいなと思っています。
This was the first game that allowed me to completely fulfill my musical vision. It defined my career and the fans have been there ever since. To this day, it's one of my proudest works.
Hurricane. Factor 5. Was ist sein Geburtstag? Ja, habe ich damals auch schon gespielt.
In June, Bungie revealed a new era of Destiny 2 that starts on November 10th with Beyond Light. For the first time ever, Guardians will add a new elemental power to their arsenal, the dark power of Stasis. With Stasis, players will take on the powers of darkness to control and dominate the battle. Here's an all-new look at Stasis from Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
Dann haben wir es geschafft.
The floodgates are open. The darkness is here. As you step away from the light.
Wenn man so die Trailer sieht, da bekommt man ja schon Bock, finde ich, auf Destiny.
Focus your power. Let it grow. Our fight is far from over.
Let them come. This is their fate. One
after another.
November. Kurz nach meinem Geburtstag. Und Sugars Geburtstag.
And that is best Sony PlayStation game. So, without further ado, the winner is Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh ja, Cyberpunk wird auch mega. Leute.
Of course, there are even more awards than the ones I announced tonight. So check out the Gamescom Awards user voting, where you can vote for your favorite streamer, Gamescom's most wanted, and best of Gamescom. The winners will be revealed at Gamescom.
Jetzt kommt noch Ratchet & Clank und dann wird es das gewesen sein fast. Aber vielleicht kommt ja noch One Last Thing.
At 8 p.m. Central European Time to see the grand finale of this year's Gamescom, where we give gamers the stage. That's it for me tonight, but before I turn it back to Jeff, I just want to say that I hope everyone out there is staying safe and healthy. We're all in this together, so take care. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Sydney. It's great to have you on the show again this year. A lot of people have been wondering, what will the next generation of gaming feel like? How will it be different? What is that generational difference? Well, back in June, we saw the announcement of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart from Insomniac Games, a title which uses the power of PlayStation 5, the SSD hard drive, and the DualSense controller to create an experience that Insomniac says is only possible on brand new hardware. Well, now it's time for you to decide if you see the difference. Here's an extended, uninterrupted demo of live PlayStation 5 gameplay of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Enjoy.
PlayStation 5 Gameplay. Na dann, so sieht es auf PlayStation 5 aus, Leute. Wow. Pass auf. Jetzt wird schon ganz cool, glaube ich. Captured on PlayStation 5. 4. 3, 2, 1, go.
We're back. And not far from where we last saw. We may still have time to put a stop to this.
Hey, I think I found the bomb bags.
Oh dear.
Feuer!
Let's show them how it's done. Alright. Bringing out the big guns.
Boah, warte, alles wegfliegt. Erinnert mich ein bisschen an die Lego-Spiele. Weil ja das doch alles so einsam mit, wie die Lego-Steine. Boah, wie die ganzen...
Last one. The train's pulling away. Let's go.
Wie sie abbauen.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Put down the Dimensionator, Nefarious. Put down the Dimensionator. Yeah, right. Hey, finally be free of the both of you. Soon, everything you see will be mine. Say goodbye.
Nein, muss das jetzt ruckeln? Nein, bitte nicht. Wow, ist das?
This device seems to utilize
Oh,
three
nee.
There has to be another way across. The rifts appeared to your device. Trying it at one of them. That was rather exciting.
Ach, jetzt gibt's da die Portale da, so? Oder was? Boah, die ganzen Kleinteile. Die rennen da immer noch rum. Sind immer noch alle da. Die sehen ja aus. Was ist das? Nur Münder. Monstermünder. Mit Füßen. Wie diese Zähne, die so laufen. Die man aufziehen kann.
Or at least a very large octopus.
Iron Man.
I will never get used to that. Hey, at least we're on the same planet. this
Spectre
time.
Gadget.
Nefarious is on the other side of that building. Let's get moving before he does anything else to break reality. Did Dr. Nefarious really resurface after
Ah, da wirst du ja nur bestrahlt mit Action.
Yeah, I kind of wish he was doing a worse job. He must have more planned than he is telling us.
Bist du nur am Ballern da und alles fliegt durch die Gegend. Da brauchst du auf jeden Fall eine Epilepsie-Warnung am Anfang.
Can't wait to see what's new.
Aber das zocke ich auch, da hab ich Bock drauf. Jo. Das machen wir.
That's all of them.
Bam, 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 bam.
Dimensionator away from Nefarious.
Die rennen immer noch runter. Super. Aber diese Portale, das habe ich noch nicht ganz verstanden. Warum die jetzt da sind. Irgendwie durch die Maschine von dem gemeinen, bösen.
Well, it is certainly not good. Right. It's me.
Aber ganz geil. Grafik gefällt mir auch gut.
Ratchet. We are too late. Ratchet? Who?
Wer war das?
Please
Das war gut.
There you have it, Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, and now I am joined by Marcus Smith and Mike Daly
Noch
from
5 Minuten.
Insomniac Games. Guys, it was so great to see that long,
Komm,
uninterrupted
one last thing noch.
of Rift
Danach.
Apart. And I have so many questions.
Bitte.
It's amazing to see what you're doing with the power of PS5 and the SSD. Let me ask you first, Marcus, what are you able to do with Rift Apart that you haven't been able to do before in a Ratchet game because of the power of PS5?
I mean, first and foremost, it's just pure horsepower enables us to fill our worlds with the kind of density and life that we've never been able before. More important, perhaps, though, is the dimensional shifting that we have going on, which uses the SSD that allows us to fling the player from planet to planet to planet, lightning fast, like in way faster than anything we've ever been able to do before.
The Rift tether, that in demo, we had seen some of that in the trailer. So that's all actual gameplay. Mike, I'm curious, like how does that work as you kind of play through the game? Are there certain moments and levels where you can jump, or how do you play through that?
In the game, there is dimensional damage spread throughout the galaxy that Ratchet and Clank have to find a way to fix. And you can find these weak points in space-time that you can pull to you with your Rift tether. It's like being able to lasso a portal. And that enables you to basically like warp across the world to find new places to discover or gain a tactical advantage.
Wow. You got to say, like, when you sit and you imagine the jumping from multiple worlds at instantaneously almost, and it sounds like there's no load screens throughout the entire game?
That's right. We're going seamless.
That's right. Yep.
Wow, all right. You
Kein
so
Ladebildschirm.
both of you say it. I like it. Now, let me ask you about DualSense. That's something that is a big part of PS5.
Nicht eine Ladezeit im Spiel. Also Ladebildschirm. Ladezeiten kannst du ja trotzdem geben. Versteckte.
So every Ratchet and Clank game is a powerful arsenal of weapons that just exude a ton of personality. And the DualSense is sort of like, it feels like it was made for Ratchet and Clank just because the hacks give us a whole new layer for the weapons to express themselves. So for example, your burst pistol, of course it gives you like a satisfying kick with every bullet. But when you throw the shatter bomb, you can actually feel the energy pulsing off the grenade fade away as it gets further apart from you. Basically, the haptics are expressive enough that every weapon feels different and you can tell what you're holding. But of course, the adaptive trigger like that to a functional level where in addition to the trigger pull feeling unique, we can actually use that as a super intuitive way to add alternate functions to the weapons. So in the demo, we've got the Enforcer, which is a double shotgun. You can pull the trigger way down until you hit resistance to fire a single barrel. And then whenever you feel like it's the right time, pull it the rest of the way for a double shot. So you might be swarmed by a bunch of little enemies. You only want to waste one shot on them, and then wait a minute for you to swarm in before finishing them off. But a big guy, you probably want to just give
Wie sich das anfühlt.
right away.
Das ist wahrscheinlich wieder nur so ein Gimmick. Ganz nett, aber unterstützen redet.
Wow, no.
10. Spiel, wenn
I'm
überhaupt.
excited to see how you guys are going to roll that out across what I'm sure are an
Wie
insane
mit dem Touchpad.
group of
Ist
weapons.
ja
as
auch eigentlich tot.
Plus, Marcus, tell us a bit about this game. I think some fans have wondered, does this tie into the movie plot line, the game plot line? Like, how it would tell us in the Ratchet verse where this sits.
Well, canonically, this is an extension of Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, the 2013 game. But standalone adventure. So it's one that, even if you've never played a Ratchet and Clank game, you can get into it and you'll understand it. And you'll, for hardcore fans, we have a lot of nods. You're gonna see a lot of returning characters and planets, and all through a whole new light of multiple dimensionality.
Yeah, no, this Rift Tether thing I think looks really exciting. And how often
Man hat ja eigentlich da hinten eine Fliege an der Wand.
is that something you're going to see like frequently in the game? Are there special moments? Like, I guess I'm curious like how often you use that technique for gameplay.
So the Rift Tether has created these anomalies all throughout the galaxy. You'll encounter those there's even a few more types of dimensional damage you'll encounter that we haven't shown yet. Okay. Now, being pulled between worlds, that's localized to chasing after Dr. Nefarious in the demo. And that's sort of reserved for special special moments when you really have to, when the dimensional damage really tears wide open.
Well, I gotta say, it's incredible. And then at the end, we got another tease of this female Lombax. I know you guys have confirmed she is playable in parts of the game. I think everyone wants to know, though, do we have a name for her?
I mean, the world is more interesting with mysteries, and we're going to have to keep this one.
Da, die Fliege.
Do we get a number of letters in her name or anything?
Too many smart people on
Und
the
ein Käfer.
internet. They'll figure it out right away.
She's not named Abby, though, right? All right, well, we'll have to wait and see what you guys have in store for us. I got to say, I mean, it looks incredible. The Ratchet games are always so much fun. And as you said, of the power of SSD and the DualSense all coming together, it looks really exciting. Before we go, though, I think everyone around the world wants to know when we're going to get to play this game. Anything you can share with us on where you're at in development right now?
Achtung.
Mike.
Mike?
So Ratchet is coming out in the PS5 launch window. So we haven't announced a specific release date yet, so stay tuned for that.
What kind of window? Is it big window? So, no, I'm just kidding. All right, that's all we're going to get, I'm sure. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Im Launchfenster.
For PlayStation 5.
Aber wann?
I gotta say, Insomniac, we're so excited what you guys are doing across PlayStation, and the game looks.
Ich dachte, jetzt droppen die vielleicht den Launch von der PlayStation 5, aber nein.
Of Rift Apart soon.
Thanks, Jeff. Take care.
All right, Marcus and Mike from Insomniac, thanks for showing us that first look at Ratchet & Clank PlayStation 5. And that's going to do it for opening night. Thank you so much for watching from around the world. And make sure to stay tuned all weekend for more live Gamescom coverage at gamescom.global. As for us, we'll see you later this year for the Game Awards 2020. Our team is hard at work to build a very special live show for you coming in December. We'll see you then. Good night.
Ach, schade. Kommt kein Rauswerfer mehr. Schade. Ja, Leute. Thank you for joining us at Opening Night Live. We hope you enjoyed the show. See you next year. Ja. Gut, was haben wir gesehen? Ja, war okay. War okay. Ratchet & Clank war ganz geil am Ende. Die anderen Sachen habe ich schon wieder fast vergessen. Was war da noch? Little Nightmares 2 sah auch noch interessant aus, kommt aber erst irgendwann nächstes Jahr. Wenn Destiny, ja gut, ist im Game Pass, kann man mal anzocken. Und Medal of Honor in VR. Star Wars war auch ganz gut. Ich nehme mal an, jetzt hier in den nächsten Tagen wird man da ein bisschen mehr sehen. Die Gamescom, die digitale Gamescom geht ja noch bis Samstag, bis Sonntag, bis Samstag, glaube ich, war. Da wird es dann bestimmt noch ein Jahr zu sehen geben, ein Jahr Trailer und so. Aber so insgesamt gesehen, die Show war doch recht. Hat sich das ganz schön in die Länge gezogen, finde ich. Gerade der Anfang war ganz schlimm. Was haben wir da überhaupt noch mal gesehen am Anfang? Ich weiß nicht mehr. World of Warcraft war auch so ein Ding, wo da. Also mir sind fast die Augen zugefallen. Aber ich habe auch kein WoW gespielt. Aber auch alleine die Präsentation, da war Standbilder, Leute. 2020 haben wir Standbilder. In 4K. Jawohl. Und 60 FPS. Danke. Vielen, vielen Dank. Aber mit was haben wir denn angefangen? Ich weiß es nicht mehr. Kann man hier... Ich möchte eigentlich ja nicht zurückspielen, aber ich mache das jetzt mal. Weil mich das jetzt doch interessiert. Warte mal. Hier war die Pre-Show. Ich hab's da was Tolles zu sehen. Ja, guck mal, hier haben wir zum Beispiel in der Pre-Show, die war ja fast interessanter. Kommt hier Jurassic World Evolution für die Switch. Kommt. Das ist hier für Switch-User. Ganz interessant, glaube ich. Aber, was war denn hier am Anfang nochmal? Was ging einem denn so auf den Keks? Ach, hier! Call of Duty. Ja. Auch 20 Stunden haben die da gequatscht, gefühlt. War auch so ein, nee.
Setting. You really feel like you're the from the realm of
Also der Anfang hat sich ganz schön gezogen. Hier sind die Standbilder, WoW. Add-on. Kann ja geil sein, kann ja Spaß machen, aber das muss ich da jetzt hier nicht 15 Minuten zeigen. Wo die Leute vom Hocker fallen. Ja.
Until you are ready to ascend.
Kann man ja auch anders präsentieren. Muss ja nicht so sein. Gut, Leute, dann hau ich jetzt hier, hau ich rein. Ja, ich verabschiede mich, sage vielen Dank fürs Zusehen, schön, dass ihr dabei wart und dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Stream. Wir machen auf jeden Fall noch Mario Kart die Tage. Schön. Ein bisschen und dann vielleicht auch Splatoon nochmal, so wie beim letzten Mal. War eigentlich ganz spaßig. Jo. Jo, vielleicht kommt noch irgendwas Geiles jetzt hier die Tage. Ich denke mal, die werden noch ein bisschen was droppen. Ich hoffe ja mal, dass hier endlich mal hier Release kommt von den neuen Konsolen jetzt die Tage. Zur Gamescom. Dass die da was ansagen. Gut, ich hau rein. Wir sehen uns, hören uns morgen. Sehen vielleicht nicht, aber hören. Und ja. Bis dann. Habt noch einen schönen Abend und Tschüssikowski. Bye bye.